Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What's going on? What is going on?
Chillin', chillin', Merc. We got a few things this week. We just had a big ass wrestling pay per view. So,
Them wrestlers.
um, but here's an interesting thing before we get into any other stuff that we have. Um, I wanted to send it to you. There was a link that went up thanks to Cheap Ass Gamer. I shouldn't send it to you because I don't want you to spend all your money. But Big Bad Big Bad Toy Store is having another big ass sale,
Okay.
and so this time you might find something you like. It's on the sales tab on the website. I don't know exactly how long it's supposed to be up, but I saw some pretty interesting like cheap stuff in there, like some Marvel Legends figures,
Nice.
um, the Thundercats figures. That's what I might actually pick up because they're like half of the
Oh,
price they
the Super Sevens.
the Super Sevens because they were 50 brand new. Now they're like 22 for like the first I think
You gonna
the
buy the
second
castle?
series.
You gonna buy the
Hmm?
castle? You gonna buy the castle?
Hell no. No.
That needs
No.
its own apartment.
No, the Thundercat no, the Thunder Tank. The Thunder Tank is the one. The castle's not there. The tank is 20% off. So it's not
It's like three.
four four 20 something or 450 maybe. So now it's 399. So if you want to buy the giant Thunder Tank, you can buy it at a still not
So cheap
uh
price.
regular person that's not a collector price.
Yeah.
So, but if you want some Thundercats, they have most of them and they have the Mumra with Mama 2 pack for I think a cheaper price than it was brand new.
That's
So
not bad. That's good.
that's one I'm looking at because
Yeah,
the
that
quality
would look cool too. Like I've seen it in person. It
he's
looked really
big.
good.
He's a big figure. That's a big boy.
Yo, see, this is damn. Yo, you see, this is the problem. This is my problem with Big Bad Toys, and this is my problem with Super Sevens. They don't have like outside bid value, as in they don't go up in price. They go down in price because all these figures were up for like $55, $60, and now I could get them for $20. I'm about to buy fucking hell, the fucking ones that I'm missing.
Which one you gonna buy?
I'm missing the trend. The trend. See, I stopped. I kind of stopped the Super Seven Turtles because they started repeating stuff, and I wasn't caring for them. I got some. I got most of them. I didn't get all of them. But the Power Ranger ones I'm interested in. The Zords, because they have like the Tyrannosaurus Rex Zord and shit. I actually think that actually looks cool. But they Super Seven has really cool figures, and I like the way they're displayed in the boxes and how they look at the box and stuff. But again, like honestly, like if you wait a little bit before like going hype and pre-ordering, you're gonna catch them on sale like this.
Yes. Yes.
The only ones that are hard to get now is the Matt Cardona and Brian Myers ones.
I see. They have the Brian Myers right there. I did not see Matt
Cardona's
Cardona. He's probably in
Cardona's
there
is getting
somewhere.
hard. Yeah, Cardona's is getting hard to get.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Brian
that was
Myers
when I
is more
looked at.
fan based. Like if you're a fan of his, and like you have it, but Cardona is like indie. He sells them in indies. He probably sold out his own stash and sells it himself.
He probably still got a case in his house.
I wouldn't pass that. I would not pass that. But see the Slash, Scratch, the Samurai
Mhm.
Leo, the Surfer Mikey, Ace Duck, uh, the Ray Fillet is those are the ones I probably get.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh yeah, Brian Myers is $22.
Yeah, that's what I said. I saw him, so maybe he's somewhere in the list. Matt Cardona. So you have to look.
The T Rex I might get for the Power Rangers that actually looks pretty cool, and that's $32. That's not bad, and that's a big one. I got McMahon. I got Leatherhead. I have Raph. I have the first edition and second edition of Raph. I've seen the Green Ranger in person. I wasn't that impressed with the Power Ranger line. I just liked the Zords.
I looked
The
at him.
Toxic Crusaders look cool.
I looked at the Green Ranger. He looks okay. He looks okay. For that price, he looks okay. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that much.
yeah, for the price. Like I think Hasbro did a good job with the Green Ranger. It looks like I don't like
The
the way
other
it looks.
thing, the other thing, Mark, just because I know we do go back and forth, and you definitely be like, yo, ringside still having another sale, another
Yeah,
after Halloween sale. But there's some Marvel, there's elites on there too. Like there's a in the sale tab, it's a very you gotta look through it.
yeah.
But there's elites in there too.
Holiday sale.
Like for like I think $10, and that's definitely cheaper than the full price. So.
What Power Ranger or Hasbro's they have on sale? Cause I do gotta fill up the ones I'm missing.
Mm-hmm.
But I got like a big chunk of the sales. I didn't miss out on a lot. I thought I was missing a lot of figures, and I'm not. I'm missing maybe two waves, and one box set.
Gotcha.
Two box
Gotcha.
sets, which they're easy to get. The one that was hard to get I have, and that's the Psycho Rangers.
Breaking news. Breaking news. Speaking of Matt Cardona, shout outs to Swerve Strickland. The next episode of the Swerve podcast is gonna have Matt Cardona on it.
Nice.
This is gonna be a crazy one.
Yep, that's cool. I definitely listen to that. I'm trying to see if Hasbro has some on sale too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cause I've been looking for certain shit. Like so talking about toys, Hasbro Lightning Collection is getting frozen for the year, so they're not doing new figures next year. So they're gonna come back maybe later on the following year, like 2025, and I think they're gonna return them. But right now for this year, they're not gonna do any of the Lightning Collection anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, so I could catch up. But also that also sometimes is a bad thing because sometimes when they do that, people jump on the figures and start really collecting them, seeing that it could be the ending of it. But then
Okay.
again, who knows?
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna try to like catch up. I'm not missing. I'm missing the Omega Rangers, which they came out recently. I pre-ordered it, but then I decided not to keep it. Um, I'm missing a couple of the waves. I'm missing like maybe the last three waves. Once they went to windowless boxes, I stopped collecting. So that's what kind of got me to stop buying the figures because I hated the windowless box.
Yeah.
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 So
I see that.
other than that, like again, I'll probably catch up a little bit. I gotta get space. I gotta make space for everything. I gotta do
Gotcha.
something like that.
Gotcha.
It's getting to a point that I have no space,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
I
that's a
feel
big
you.
problem. That's like one of the biggest problems of collecting space.
Space.
Yeah.
Space.
Yeah. Because I also got that turtle van coming in very soon. That's a
Well, no,
big motherfucker.
you can just put everybody inside the van.
Yeah, I could do that. I could
You could
definitely do
just put
that.
them in there.
Yeah, but it's a big van. I saw it in person. It's a big, really big van. So
It's a big boy. You made the Brock Lesnar face when you saw it. You're like,
yeah,
whoa.
yeah, it's a big boy. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. But yeah, Big Bad Toys have. Damn, you might actually get me buying shit in a
Hey man, it's
minute.
just to save money. It's not
Yeah,
about just buying stuff. I like that's my philosophy. If you can get it on sale,
yeah.
do it.
There's a lot of good stuff on there. I definitely will check, kind of look into it more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh shit, you have a moped and like a Dragon Infinite Money.
As in like his regular mode of transportation
Yeah,
can be
you
a
could he
moped.
rides like a little the two-wheeled moped.
Wait, oh no, not just the what was the thing that rich people had?
I
The
forgot the name.
Segway?
Yeah, Segway. That's what it is. Segway. My
Yeah, the
fault.
Segway.
Yeah,
Yeah, that I know is in there. That was in the trailer. That looks pretty funny.
it's in Hawaii. So I actually like that as a new town. So I'm watching the Like a Dragon but a trailer, pretty much the demo that you get with when you buy Like a Dragon Gaiden, they give you the demo of Infinity Money. And from what I'm seeing from Infinity Money, it has a lot of silly shit, and they're in Hawaii instead of Japan, which is the first time they're actually in a different place than Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have a different city, brand new city that they're not reusing or anything like that because again, they reused all the cities they had quite a few times already.
This is true.
And
This
now
is
he's
true.
on a bus taking pictures of dudes dancing. I don't know why.
That's what they do.
They do some
That's what
random
they do.
shit. Dudes hanging on the wall, humping the wall. Why?
He's
But
trying to
yeah,
make that money.
yeah. I like the Like a Dragon a lot, so I'm hoping they do good with it.
Okay. So you said you got the turtle van. Did you have anything else that was coming in?
Right now that's like the last thing. I haven't really pre-ordered anything besides the Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, the next wave of Super Sevens.
Okay.
That's the last thing I pre-ordered was those guys, which
All right.
what I heard is not gonna come until next year.
I s- Speaking of things from their lines, I did see, thanks to the tweet from Arn Anderson,
Yeah,
armed Anderson, that they're making a big rubber guy of him,
yeah,
and I
with
wonder if
hair,
they're gonna make the rest of the Horsemen. I wonder.
with hair.
Yeah, yeah, but
that
it
was
looks good.
that was
It
the
looks good.
conversation they had. Like, oh, you're gonna tell him that he has a bald spot? No.
Oh man,
Yeah,
somebody just stick a little plastic Glock in there. That's all I'm saying. Tiny little black Glock. Like, why is that there? He didn't have that in the '80s, did he?
yeah.
Did you ride in the car with him? All right, all right. You don't know. Um, so I don't know, man. If I find out they're gonna do all the horsemen,
Yeah.
they better do a Mongo.
Well, they got that
That's all
they
I'm
would just have
saying.
to get the okay from the family, I guess, because he's
Yeah,
not doing that
I
well.
know he's not doing well, but that would even help boost his. You know what I'm saying? Anything, some hospital fees or anything like
And
that.
I
You
actually
know,
see I could see Cardona and Myers wanting put him on there and shit too. I could see that.
just tell Rick. That's all you
Hmm.
got to do. Rick want to make some money too.
Yeah, because
You
Rick
know,
is signed with AEW.
so you know what I'm saying? Tell Rick, hey man, we want to make a Mongo big rubber guys. So that would probably mean that Double J would get one too. I know you would hate that.
Stop giving this man some
Oh man,
shit.
don't give him ideas. My bad.
Ah, goddamn
My
Jeffy.
bad. Um, let's see. I don't want to go off the figure stuff, but I don't. I think that's it. I think that's it. I don't have anything I'm actively looking at
Yeah.
figure wise.
Um. Yeah, I see. There's a lot of sales on everything, not just
Mhm.
Super Sevens. There's like I see the
Mhm.
Hasbro figures on sale. I already see like maybe a few Rangers that I'm missing that I might have to pick up because they're like $10 each. I'm like, I might
There's
have
a
to do that.
there's a few GI Joes from that brand new set. That's like 9.99 and lower. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's pretty good. I might try one or two of those to see what they're like because they look like they have the
Yeah,
articulation.
Joe got some cool figures. It's just they look like if it's like a regular white dude, they just look like a regular white dude from a different side.
Yeah, no, no, but they have Scarlet, they have
Yeah,
the
Scarlet cool.
Baroness,
Baroness
they
looks
have
good.
the cool robot bad guys.
Yeah, Snake Eyes
Uh, I,
looks dope. Storm
they
Shadow
had the
looked cool.
red, yeah, they had the red variant Snake Eyes, and I was like, I don't know what that's from, but that looks cool.
Yeah, they had some cool
Like there's a
stuff.
there's, there's a bunch of them that's in like all right, I might check out one or two of those. But we can move away from the figures because we don't want to just empty bank accounts. So
Yeah, my bank account hurts already.
I'll bring up this thing that I saw in reference to Spider-Man and ask you your opinion on their placement.
Okay.
This is on GameSpot.com.
Okay.
They put up a list of the best Spider-Man games of all time, and they ranked them. So first, I want to say the games in order. and I want to get your honest opinion on how you feel about these Spider-Man games and where they are in the list.
Yeah.
Some of them you might not even have played, so I'm not
I
even going to
think
speak on
I've
them.
played every single Spider-Man game.
Okay. All right, so here we go. Number 13 on the list. I'm pretty sure there's more than that. But anyway, we're going to start at 13. 13, they have Amazing Spider-Man 2. And why they have it there, the gist of it is it's not that great. It's not that great. What I saw of it, it was a kind of weirdly buggy, just bland Spider-Man game, which is kind of like, how'd you do that?
I didn't care for that game. I played it. I didn't really care for it. It was a very
Okay,
bland story, and
gotcha,
I thought they tried to do something with the web thing and be different, but it just didn't work for me.
gotcha. Number 12, and this one is a personal favorite of mine. Spider-Man the video game. Very generic name, but that's actually the name of the arcade beat 'em up with Black Cat, Namor, and Hawkeye
I liked
that
that
is
game.
playable.
I remember that
I
game.
think that game is cool.
And then it went big and small. Like they had like side
Yes.
scroller sides and stuff like that.
And
I
I
actually
love when
liked
the
the
bad guys
arcade
showed
game.
up.
Yeah. And then Venom just annoyed you throughout the whole game
Yeah,
because you
he
just
would
pop
chase
up
you.
like,
Yep.
"Hey, motherfucker, I'm here."
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the
Yep.
Sega one.
Yep. So that's number 12. I personally think it's cool. I would put it higher on the list, but I don't. I know it's a beat 'em up arcade style game, so it's not that deep. You know what I mean? They have number 11. This is where I have a little bit of controversy with this one, this choice. Spider-Man: Web of Shadows. How you feel about that game?
I have love hate for that game. I
Okay.
did think
Okay.
I think they did a good job with the storyline. I did. That was one thing I will say. The storyline was really good. I so my only gripe with the game was I forgot what was like my issues with it. 'Cause I remember having issues with the game. I did like the storyline. I did like where it went and stuff like that. I think something with the graphics and wise, it just didn't hit for me. But I will say it would be higher than lower.
Yeah, same, same. This would probably be in my top five. Um, mind you, have not played the PS exclusive ones
Okay.
or the one on PC yet.
Yeah.
So I'm missing like three because that's two, three, and Miles. I have
Yeah.
not played. Um, my I like the game a lot. I like the voice acting, which is cool because it's got specific people playing a certain voice. I think Steve Blum is
Yes, Wolverine. Yeah,
Wolverine.
yeah.
That's my Wolverine.
And he also talks
Uh,
the symbiote Wolverine.
yes.
Yeah.
Then they had that in the game. Like they
Yeah.
had a little teaser of that. I like the way they did the costume. You could do things as black suit or regular, and it would affect like this. I guess it would affect the story, right? Like it gave you a choice, right?
Yeah.
You could either be black or regular suit, and it would be like, okay, well, this is kind of anti-hero or straight up hero. The problem I had with the game was also buggy.
Yeah.
Also weirdly specifically buggy in certain parts of the game. And once you get to around, I would say 75% done, it starts acting up the most.
Yeah.
And I had a trouble completing the game because it froze on me more than once.
Yeah. I'll say that as well. The game was very buggy.
So that's my issues with it. I would maybe say it's in the top 10. Maybe thinking about it now, probably put it at like number 8 or number 9, maybe,
Yeah.
but not 11. Um, Number 10, Maximum Carnage.
I'll put that lower.
You said lower
Yeah.
in the list? Like, so
I
what?
as in playing it recently and playing it not so long ago, Master Carnage was not that great of a game.
Yeah, it's a very bland beat 'em up. I like the music,
Yeah.
so that gives it points. I'd probably say for me it's like number 10. And so it's probably in the right spot, I think. There
Yeah.
are other games that are definitely better than it.
And then the
But
separation
it's
anxiety I didn't care for either. That was another one I didn't care for.
Separation Anxiety. I had a different experience because I had people to play with it
I think that was
co-op.
better than Maximum Carnage.
So for me, I liked it more because it was co-op.
Yeah.
The
I got you.
problem was it was a lot longer, and
Same
the
shit.
length of the game did not add anything new to it. So it kind of got monotonous and boring.
Yeah,
You know what I
I
mean?
agree with that.
Um, Number 9, Web of Shadows.
Web of Shadows. That's, you said no. Web of Shadows,
No,
right?
no, yeah, no, Shadow Dimensions. My bad.
Shadow Dimensions. I like that game a lot.
They have no. Okay, that's why it says Web of Shadows. They have Web of Shadows DS.
Ah, okay.
I did not play that game
I didn't
at
play it
all.
either. I have no. So that would be one Spider-Man game I didn't play with the DS.
Yeah, the DS one.
You know who Jack? My girl Jackie. She has experience with a lot of the DS and the Game Boy Spider-Man games. She used to love them.
Okay,
I think we
okay.
found we went to a video game con in Jersey and she found a couple of them for the Advance and we were able to play it. It was cool.
There, I've seen some real bad ones.
Yeah, there are
Handheld
some bad
Spider-Man
ones.
games. I've seen some real stinkers.
Yeah, there are certain questions.
But Shadow Dimensions, how you feel about that one?
I go higher with that one.
Gotcha. Okay.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I think this one of the best. Like the concept of it was probably like the best executed out of that
And it
idea.
was ahead of its time because it was the first like really big multiverse Spider-Man game
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things they delivered on. Was
yeah
like, okay,
before they
we're gonna
started
do
doing
all
all this
these.
multiverse shit.
Yeah, we're gonna do all these, and then we're gonna flesh them out in certain ways and make their gameplay unique.
And the one thing I loved about it too is that each person that talked to Spider-Man was a past Spider-Man,
Yes, that is cool.
and I thought that
That
was
is true.
actually a really cool touch.
Um, this is this okay. I got it. Because the name is doesn't give you any indication, and the picture they picked is not. You can't even tell it's that one of the that version of the game. This is actually PS1 Spider-Man. For
Damn,
me,
I mean higher.
for me personally, this is at number 8. For me personally, it's number 1.
Number one.
I don't
Okay.
care about graphics. That game is the Spider-Man game to me because not only does it have a normal side, it has a B side. Like when games put B sides in them, that instantly shoots them up because that's a lot of work. It's
Yeah,
a lot of
when
voice
you put
acting.
Stanley's name backwards in the password, the whole game
Yeah,
fucking changes.
that
Yeah,
game has so many costumes
I like that game a lot.
that has unique effects. Like
That
that's one of the things I love about that
that
game.
one
The
is probably
costumes have
top five.
effects. Yeah, for me, it's number 1. It just
On the
is,
mon and the Spider Man.
and the music is pretty good too.
I fucking love that
hmm
game. I
And
didn't
Venom
hated
is
the
the
se- I
best.
hated the
Venom is the
sequel.
best character.
I hate search the web, search the web.
He's so dumb.
I
Uh,
told you we sorry.
and
I
what
was
was it? The
watching the
Spider
game
Ock?
not so long ago. And then the Carnage octopus shit was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yep. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. This one also the same name. See, that's the problem. They have it higher
Yeah,
than that one, and it's Spider-Man again. This one is actually the Sam Raimi uh, movie game.
I didn't like that one that much.
I thought it was
I
okay.
think the only cool thing is that you were able to play as Green Goblin.
You know, I just realized they kept that
Yeah,
because you could play as him in Spider-Man 3 also.
yeah,
Um, I thought it was okay. It wasn't great. I don't even think it was memorable. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I just thought it was okay. I would I would put it lower for me. It's at 7. I would go lower. I mean, then again, if I count all the games I played, maybe I might not even have enough to fill the list. So we'll
Yeah.
see. Let's keep going. Ultimate Spider-Man is at number 6. This one for me, I think is number 2
Okay.
for the ones I played.
Okay.
I really, really like the story in this one.
I
I
love the story in
really
that one
liked
too.
how they did the suit in this one. I really like Venom in this one. It's like it's just a lot of positives. I don't
Yeah.
know. The gameplay was starting to go in a direction that we are now.
Yeah.
I feel it wasn't there, but I feel like the combat was starting to go in that direction.
Yeah.
So like I feel like this is one of the best Spider-Man games they made before the current ones.
Yeah, it was a good one. I spent many time on that game. I thought it was like one of my favorites. Um, I will say top six
Okay. All right.
because again, I have played the current ones, and I think those are my top three right now.
And the other thing I would add for me is the artwork because the art was in the game.
Yeah, the cell shading was dope. I think I still have it. I think I have the PS2 version.
Okay, that's cool.
And shout outs to with the PS1 Spider-Man. The best version was on Dreamcast
Yeah, you're right.
because you
You're
actually
right.
saw the
And it had
webbing,
extra stuff too.
and you saw the webbing.
Yeah, you right. You right.
The
You right. I didn't. I
N64
forgot
one
about
was
that.
the worst one
Yeah, it was.
because you didn't get the videos,
That's true. That's true.
and that's a shame. You shouldn't even pay
Yeah,
$70
you need
for that
those.
game.
That's a major part of the
Yeah.
experience. That's true.
Search the
Number
web,
f-
search the web.
Number five, and I kind of agree with the placing because when you think about the other ones, Spider-Man 2, OG Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it should be up there. I'll say just because it was the first to swing throughout the city, and I think it was probably one of the best movie-based games.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
But fuck that kid's balloon.
My balloon.
Fuck him
Yes,
and fuck that balloon.
yes, those balloons. Why are you doing this, Spider-Man?
Fuck that kid and fuck his
He's like, I'm
balloon.
just doing it for the EXP. All right, all right. Yeah, that's about it. Like, I think the worst thing about it was the repetitive events.
Yeah,
That's about it. Everything else about it, I think that defined the direction of the Spider-Man games.
yeah, and
Like, it got
it
the webbing right,
yeah,
right? It got the sense of speed, and the combat also was like Ultimate Spider-Man going in that direction of the. I guess you could give this the credit before Batman
yeah,
for the one button combat that was like one button and it had the dodge. Because remember, Spider-Man 2 had the Spider Sense time
yeah,
that when you dodge correctly, it slowed down time.
yeah,
People forget about that, but it was good. It
yeah. It
worked.
was good.
Um, I made a mistake because the DS Shattered Dimensions was the one they were talking about. Regular Dimensions is number four. So
Okay.
again, we both talked about that.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
said it
yeah.
was very good.
Yeah, it was good.
Definitely higher. I think four is probably about it. But for me, like I said, my list is definitely going to be different because top three obviously are the new ones.
Yeah.
Number three, they have Miles. How you feel about the placement of the last three games then, since that's
Um.
basically what it is?
Hmm. I will go.
And you know what? Might as well finish it because we'll just
Yeah.
put them out there so you know which order they have it in. They have Miles 3, they have Marvel's Spider-Man as 2, and they have the newest one
As one.
as the best one.
Okay. Um. I think I'll keep it that way in one,
Okay.
two, and three. I think two. I think one though, with the Marvel Spider-Man one, hit me harder than two
Okay.
did
Okay.
because there was a whole thing with I didn't expect them to take off Aunt May like that.
Yeah.
So sorry spoilers, but that game came out in
Hmm.
2018. But them killing Aunt May fucking fucked with me. That shit hit.
Yeah.
And that shit hit hard. And I actually, no, that was like one of the first few games that made me cry. I was like, oh shit. And that shit really hit me.
Hmm.
I think Spider-Man 2 does a really good job with Miles and Mr. Negative. They kind of have that same feel, the fact that he doesn't want to forgive him, but he wants to help him to be better because he was responsible for his father's death. And then, spoiler going into it, like Mr. Negative helped him, as in helped Parker live, and he made him the anti Venom, and basically they did the whole story in that sense. But
Hmm.
I will say too, just because gameplay wise, I think they nailed the gameplay so good in this gun that is so fluent, no load times, no nothing like that, and that's one thing I'll give credit for that to be higher, just because the gameplay is so fluent. Marvel Spider-Man I'll say too, just because I could keep playing that game and I still fucking enjoy it. I beat that game like several times,
Hmm.
100%ing it, and I loved it every single time. And Miles, I think my only issue with Miles, and this is the only thing I wish it was just slightly longer. There was
Oh, because
so
it's
much
actually
depth.
shorter.
There was such
Gotcha.
good story in that game that you could have extended it a little longer, and really hit that note. But that was another game that actually made me really sad because he lost his best friend in that game, and like he had to take out his best friend in order to save the city and shit like that, and that's it fucking makes you sad. So I think they had some of the best storylines, period. So Insomniac, fucking kudos for your Spider-Man games. That would be definitely be my top one, two, and three. Um, Shattered Dimensions, I have a lot of love for because again, the it had the comedic timing and everything with what Spider-Man has, and then also the villains' voices and shit too, like Nolan North being Deadpool, um, fucking like Ultimate Spider-Man was the symbiote and shit like that, and they actually had different characters and shit like that. Noir
Hmm.
was animated series Spider-Man Parker and stuff like that. Um, 2099 was Spider-Man Amazing Friends voice actor and shit. So he sounded weird because he has such an old voice, but he's supposed to be from the future.
I got you. I
But
got
the one thing I give him a lot of credit is that he says shock all the fucking time, as
you.
in the comic book, shock was the curse. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said it all the time, which made me happy. I was like, at least he's using that because not even in the new movie he says shock.
Gotcha.
So that kind
Gotcha.
of does disappointed me with that. So I'll say that as the number four. Spider Man, PS well Dreamcast was be five. Um, I wish you know what I would have thrown it in there just because Spider Man's a big character in it. Lego Marvel superheroes. He was
Mm-hmm.
fucking fantastic in that game, and it was
Okay.
Josh Keaton that talked to him, and Josh Keaton talked him in Ultimate Spider Man.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
then I'll say well that shit. Yeah, five would be that. I think Ultimate Spider Man would be six. I think Lego Marvel Superheroes would be seven. I'll put Spider Man 2 as eight. Sega Spider Man is nine just because of memories. Shadow Dimensions 10. Not Shadow, Web of Shadows 10. I'll put what's the other one? Marvel Superhero.
Yeah,
Funny
I mean, I guess so. I
game.
guess so.
No, but what would you be yours? Because in general, what you played.
The first one I said is PS1 slash the Dreamcast version of Spider-Man, right?
The
Number
master version.
two, hmm?
Dreamcast was the master version.
Yes. Number two would more than likely be Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Um, Number three, I would say Shattered Dimensions because I played less of that,
Yeah.
but I understand the quality of that game and I saw what they were trying to do and I know it was good.
Hmm.
Number four, um, I'm trying to go through the list here. Let's see which ones did I play. Number four, uh, I gotta be honest. I would probably put that arcade game as number four,
Yeah.
just from the ones I played. Because
Yeah.
remember, now here's the deal. They're not on this list. I played the original Game Boy Spider-Man. The first one is bad.
Yeah.
The second one was actually pretty fun, and the third one back to being bad. So hit or miss. I probably have to put that somewhere. And then after the arcade one, I'd say number five would have to be uh what I say, Web of Shadows.
Yeah.
We have to be Web of Shadows. After Web of Shadows, then I would go Spider-Man Genesis. I actually really like that game.
Yeah.
I actually really like that game.
I just have a fond memory of that game, so I had to add it into it.
It's See, the thing about it is when you go back to it and you know how to play it. There's a
Mhm.
difference in than just trying to play it and then getting beat up and being like, why am I running out of web?
Yeah.
And why is Venom just showing up and once again showing up and kicking my ass for no random reason?
Yeah.
Once you know
Assholes.
how to deal with Venom whenever he shows up, once you know how to deal with the lizard in the sewer whenever he shows up, once you know how to deal with Doc Ock whenever he shows up, like it's a literal. Once you know how to play the game, it's actually a pretty fun game.
Yeah.
So I would put that there. But again, my list is drastically different because I did not play the new one,
No,
so
and that
I
makes
have to do
sense.
that.
No, that makes sense because you had to play. You only could go with what you played. I think the new
Yeah,
ones you will love. I think you will actually love the storyline and everything they did with that. And I think they did a great job in telling the story in a different way. Spider-Man 2 story was really good and stuff like that. The only thing is the repetitiveness things in Spider-Man 1 will that's what keeps it at 2 because I
yeah.
think Spider-Man 1 I think it would have put it over it just because the feelings it had when it was done. Like
Okay.
I that shit hit me hard.
Mhm.
Um, you know, okay. All right, so one would be Spider-Man 2, and two would be Marvel Spider-Man, three would be Miles Morales, four. I'm gonna go with the Spider-Man Dreamcast. Shattered Dimensions would be five. Sega Spider-Man would be six. Spider-Man 2 would be seven. Web of Shadows I think would be eight. Well, actually no. Ultimate Spider-Man would be right before Web of Shadows. The Web of Shadows go after Ultimate Spider-Man
Mhm.
and the Spider-Man 2. I'll say that I like that one better than Spider-Man 2. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I'll say.
Okay.
Because I forget how much I loved that Spider-Man game, the Dreamcast PS1 one.
Yeah. That was
I
such a good game.
really loved that game, and that's another game that I beat so many times.
The same. Same.
Yeah,
Same.
like to
Just
this
using
day, I could sing the fucking song. This is
yeah. It's just using
Spider-Man.
the codes and stuff,
Yeah,
or finding the comic book covers and unlocking the suits that way. Like again,
yeah,
it had like really cool things. It had Stan Lee as the narrator.
yeah,
It had the B side.
yeah.
Again,
Ghost
it
Rider
just
flying
has
through. Yeah,
going like upscaling the Fantastic
yeah.
Four building. Human Torch being like, "What's up?"
And the guest
Just another.
and the guest characters, the Captain
Yep.
America and Black Cat.
Yep.
Can you get us Captain America's autograph? I love that. I fucking
And
love
and
that so much.
freaking old polygonal J. Jonah Jameson in the
Yeah,
cutscenes was hilarious.
yeah. He still looks like a polygon in the new games.
He put his
He's a
damn with
square
his
head.
damn polygon hair. Yeah.
That's like one of my
Oh,
favorite
and you
things.
know what I remember? Another thing that was the difference between the two. Remember the Dreamcast had fingers
Yes.
because the PS1 had the little fist.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't,
Yeah.
because you couldn't animate on PS1 like that. Oh my god, yeah, it's too good. That game is too good. They need to bring that back.
I
That
would
needs to
love
be
to
put
play.
up on the PS Store or something.
That's
That's
Activision. Neversoft.
the Dreamcast version of that needs to be put up for sale again. Damn, damn.
If we could find that song, we should use that.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Not Spider-Man.
That should be easy. That should be easy. All right. And you know what? Let's not go too long
Yeah.
because we already had a long pay-per-view uh babble. So we can get to the movie.
Yes.
And this week's movie is our IPD,
Yeah.
not to be confused with the MIB. Um, it is a 2013 movie. It is PG-13. It is an hour 36. I think the perfect length for a movie. Uh, the release date. Did you see this in theaters?
No.
Okay. This is my first time seeing the movie.
I think it was my first time seeing it too. I
Okay.
think I seen clips of it. I never actually sat down and watched it.
I've only seen the trailer. Only seen the trailer.
I read the comic though.
Um, oh, you did? Okay.
I read the book. The book isn't bad. It's pretty
Looks
funny.
not bad. All right.
Yeah.
The debut, I believe they say, was July 19th, 2013. What I see here. It is directed by Robert Schwentke. Schwentke?
Do
That's
we
a lot
know
of
this man?
it's a lot of vowels. Um
He did Red.
oh, okay. All right. All right. So he did Red. That's not bad. What else did he did? He did Snake Eyes. Is this yeah, that is the Captain America. I mean, that is the G.I. Joe movie. My bad.
Yeah.
Did you see Snake Eyes?
I
I
didn't
wanted
like it.
to.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
It,
It
it
doesn't
could
have a
have,
great score.
it had some good, cool fight scenes, but the story wasn't there for me.
Sorry, wasn't there. Gotcha. All right. All right.
You could watch it. You might like it.
He did do episodes of Lie to Me. He did do Time Traveler's Wife, which I heard people say it was all right.
Yep.
Okay. Um, writing credits we have Phil Hay and Manfredi, which I believe Matt Manfredi also did the story.
Yeah.
Also Phil Hay, and also David Dobkin. For the comic book, they have credits for Peter M. Linkov as a creator and Lucas Maringon. Okay. All right. And in cast we have Jeff Bridges as Roy, no last name. Ryan Reynolds as Nick, no last name. I find that interesting. As he has a wife, and we have a whole lot of scenes with them. You never know his last name.
Yeah.
Interesting. Kevin Bacon is Hayes, which is funny because I think as a cop, that's probably his last name. They don't say his first name. Um, Mary Louise Parker as Proctor. We have Stephanie Sostak as Julia. James Hong, aka the original Shang Tsung. Right? That's him,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
That's yeah, the original Shang Tsung as Nick's avatar. We have Marissa Miller as Roy's avatar. Who was she? I don't remember who the hell she was. She was she was she was a random Victoria's Secret model. I don't think she
Yes.
was really an actress. Interesting. Okay. It's just she looked like somebody else who was an actress,
Yeah.
and I was confused. So okay. Um, Robert Nepper as Stanley Nowicki. We have Michael Malley. That was Michael Malley. Okay, as Elliot. Uh, Devin Rattray as Pulaski. Larry Joe Campbell as Officer Murphy. I wonder if that's a RoboCop reference. Michael Coons as Detective in Locker Room. What? All right. Okay, listen, we gotta find some people. Is there anybody else here? Because we get to Man in Locker Room.
Ben Sloan, the clerk in the VCR repair shop.
That's it. All right. Where the thugs at? Because I need big thug, little thug, fat thug. Uh,
Who's the fat dude? The big fat monster.
yeah, who's the big? What they call him? Fat Avatar or something like that?
Yeah.
No. Well, they had the little girl at the end. Nick's new avatar is Piper Mackenzie Harris, which I
There
think
you
was
go.
funny. Clerk and Repair Shop, Ben Sloan. There you go.
There
Clerk
you
and
go.
Repair Shop. Oh, they're called Deados. So yeah, you have to look for Deado.
Oh yeah.
Multi-arm Deado, goth chick Deado, driving Deado. I don't see big fat Deado.
Okay.
I don't see you.
Let me watch one of
Anyway,
those.
what is the story? The synopsis for this movie is a cop killed by his own partner joins RIPD, an afterlife en- law enforcement department working to apprehend various monsters disguised as humans living on Earth, and gets paired up with a smart mouth veteran. Uh, I mean that's kind of describing it. Basically, Ryan Reynolds' character gets killed by Kevin Bacon because they discover some gold. Turns out, in reality, Kevin Bacon was actually plotting to bring about the apocalypse on Earth by opening a portal which would bring the dead back to the Earth. Why? I don't really know why.
Cause he's Kevin
I guess he
Bacon.
I guess he was working for somebody more powerful than him and doing their bidding. Um, and he so Ryan Reynolds gets killed. He ends up working with basically a wild western cowboy because
Yes.
that's when he died and joined the RIPD way back in the day. Um, so they are tasked with finding the gold, which is an integral part of something called the Staff of Jericho.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to make. They find that out. They have to deal with the smart ass character played by Mary Louise Parker, who's like the receptionist that gives him the what's up when he dies. Gives him the choice actually.
Yeah.
And then you find out way later in the movie that her and Jeff Bridges had a thing, and she bites his beard at the end of the movie, which is hilariously weird. She goateed me.
She gonna have a hairball.
That's something we used to do. Mm. I don't know why she covered up her ankles with those white boots. These are lines from the movie that have it's just like what the hell? That's pretty funny. As far as the movie goes, at first I thought it was gonna be just a bootleg Men in Black. Turns out the humor was on point, the CG was good, the main plot point made sense for what they were going for, and it came together well.
Yeah,
I think Kevin Bacon. This was that era of Kevin Bacon being just an asshole villain.
he does a good job.
Because remember, we did already have him in the movie. I think like 3 times as the bad guy.
Yeah,
I
X-Men
think this is
1.
the third time. He was in X-Men. He was in Super
Yeah, he was in Super.
as the main villain,
Yeah, third
and then he's
time a
in this
villain.
movie
Yeah.
as the main villain. So yeah, it was just Kevin Bacon being a bad guy. So pretty good at it.
Yeah, I
Pretty good at
enjoyed
being
it.
a scumbag.
Yeah.
Um, I think Ryan Reynolds was pretty. I mean, again, he was not bad.
No,
He
he was.
it although at this point it does kind of feel like he's still his character from Blade.
Yeah.
Does kind of feel like he's still that guy from Blade,
Yeah.
which is kind of like Deadpool light.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Deadpool was the niche.
yeah, Deadpool was kind of the niche.
Yeah.
That's just kind of who he is, isn't it?
Exactly.
Kind of who he is. Um, and I think Jeff Bridges' character was actually I thought his character was funny. He was kind of like a more funny K
Yeah.
from MIB, which except he had a reason to be that raspy,
Yeah.
you know, old timey type of dude. So
'Cause he's
even that
from
character
time.
kind of made more sense. I don't know,
Yeah.
just saying.
Just-
So it was like it felt like an offshoot of MIB,
Okay.
less of a copy.
Yeah. I thought they did a
Um,
good job because they captured the comic pretty decently from how they did it.
okay,
It's very
okay.
similar. They didn't really go off the rails with it and stuff like that. And a lot of the villains, a lot of the ghosts and shit like that, were very similar to what they had in that comic. So I give it credit for what, like, from taking it from the source, they did a good job of it.
Yeah. So this one, specifically for getting the humor right and not being like boring or anything, I'm gonna give it a 3.25.
3.25. So your 3.25s is only actually two movies. It's Jumper and Josie and the Pussycats.
I would, this could be at the top. This could be
Okay.
at the top of 3.25. Mm-hmm.
All right. 3.25. I think I'm gonna go the same. Um, and I'll put this over Jumper.
I Here's one thing I will say I thought was a nice touch. The human bodies that they had, him one being the I kind of thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So it helped. It helped.
Okay. So I'll put that 3.25 as well. All right. Our next movie in this long list of comic book theater movies, we have Red Part 2.
All right. It's about time we got here.
Yeah. We got Red 2. After that is The Wolverine. After that, Snowpiercer, Two Guns, Kick Ass 2, The Dark World will wrap up 2013. 2014, we kick off with I Frankenstein, RoboCop, Captain America: Winter Soldier, which I think is gonna be a heavy hitter. Amazing Spider-Man 2, and X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Have you seen Two Guns?
I've seen Two Guns.
Okay, I have not seen Two Guns.
Yeah, I've seen Two Guns. I actually read the comic as well. That's another one
Oh,
that
okay.
was a graphic novel that was made into a comic, made
Gotcha.
into a movie, and I read that comic.
Nice.
All right, go wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark the Mic. Also follow my TikTok, Mark the Mic. I post a lot of stuff on there, so definitely check that out. Shoutouts to Tenacious T, Jeremy Sriracha, and Tyler Straw Hat. Straw Hat Tyler. They do a pop culture podcast called Popcorny. Check them out. They're on Spotify, Popcorny. And always remember, follow the Jinkies.
He's
Chase him
hungry.
with a snake. See what happens.
Or a snake with a Snickers.
Yeah, yeah.
A snake with a Snickers
I
in his
think you're
mouth.
still
There
gonna
you go.
get the same reaction. You're gonna run. All right, peace